last time. Let me get this out of the way. Last time I put this together, it's now hard and dried out. I don't know how well you can see this. Let me try to move this here like so. Still working on this. Got this new basic tripod thing for my phone, so that way I can actually have hands free and do stuff. But, you know, this is all learning. So this is what I built last time. Simple hilltop. I put base on it, beveled the edges so that way it's all flat and you can actually line it up on the table. Under here is just a green styrofoam, and then I spackled it. And that's as far as I've gotten so far. So let me see if I can get this. Now what I'm thinking about doing next is probably just painting the dirt to it. I'm probably just going to put on this right here, which this is all I've made. It's just a simple brown acrylic paint, you know, but I put some dirt in it. Gritty. So it gives it somewhat of a nicer texture when it dries. I've got bags of sand over here, so if I want to make it a little bit thicker grit, I can. But that's all I've gotten done for so far. Let me find my paintbrushes. My brushes of paint. So I can just dump it on. And then smooth it out. That simple. This is just going to be like the base for it right now. You know, cover up most of the white. So that way, when you do go back in to do your flocking and all that stuff, should probably get a bigger paintbrush than this one. This is kind of little for the job I want to be doing. Get this all in there. Oh, got it all over the place. That's awesome. Try to spread it out so it's even. I mean, it's okay if it's a little bit bumped up, I would assume. But you don't want like big globs of it in the way where like they need to stand, because that's not going to work. Obviously your models are going to look odd when they're not straight up and down. But yeah, that's basically all I'm going to do for today is paint this, let it set up and dry. I'm going to get most of the base covered. Maybe I'll do some molding again. I'm not really 100% sure what I want to do with this. I know I want to make it a hilltop of trees, but from that point on, I don't know if I want to add anything like barbed wire to it or anything. And right now, I don't have any wire to put on it, which I do need to buy some of that next. I've got the dowel rod and everything, so I can wrap it and roll it and make it look actually like wire, but so right now, don't have that. So, I see a lot of people when they're doing these, you see them, they're painting like this. That don't look right. I mean, yeah, I guess if it's an eroded hillside, it might be okay, but it's just, I don't like that. It doesn't look right. So I always paint with the fucking hill, so that way it actually gets painted like it's eroding downhill, not the opposite way around, which takes a little longer because, I mean, look how small this brush is. I mean, this is going to take me forever to do this probably, but it's a little more precise. I have plenty of time for this to spread out before it even starts to dry. Then I'll get into the flocking. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do for bushes. And I might have to even break out some molding clay to fix up some of the areas that are not as flush as I'd like them. I mean, I could sand it, but I don't really think it's going to matter that much. So I might just pass that up altogether. So I'm going to get painting this, and then I'll come back to you guys. Alright, so done covering it with all that brown and dirt. Looks pretty nice, came out alright. Can't really get my hand under it right now. But from what I've done so far, still needs to dry. But that's what it looks like now covered, which I think don't look too bad. You know, it's got good definition, good shadowing. Turn this light on though, and it gives you too much of a glare. I don't think that's gonna look really good on camera. Makes it all look sparkly. So that's what we've done so far. I'm gonna let it sit, dry, and then we will come back and finish it up. Alright, so I'm sorry, but I thought I hit the record button and I didn't, and I went and did all the flocking and all the talking, and then realized I didn't hit the button right. So that's my bad. I'm sorry, but let me show you what I've gotten done so far. So I did just a light flocking around certain places, leaving some dirt exposed. The paint's still a little bit wet, so that way the flocking will help stick to it. Now that's really bright. That's not what I wanted to go for. But it looks pretty good so far. I mean, this is just dirt and grass put together right now. I mean, it's gonna have bushes put into it. I've got a couple bags of bushes to work with. I might even use one of those roll pieces in small sections to make some tall grass. I don't know how that's gonna turn out or look, but so far so good. I like it. I've even got a couple of these little moss ball things here that they look like static grass. They're round, but I cut them in half and then quarter them actually, and then scoop out the insides and then hot glue them in to places. They look all right on the edges here. But yeah, that's what I've done right now. Now I do have to wait for this to completely dry, and then I'll get back to you all and we will start putting trees in and bushes. All right. All right. So it's dry enough. I was just putting some little rocks on there because I thought that'd be good. But anywho, now it's time to put some trees on. Now, since I put the spackle down on here and it's pretty hard, sometimes the trees won't go through it. But you get this really fancy tool here, you know, really hard to come by. And that way you just pop a hole in, and you can put your trees in. But still, they're not really that strong to hold. I mean, if you were to move around, you'd knock this and bump it around a little bit. So I just make the hole a little bit bigger, just enough to get like a little bit of the trunk into the ground like that. Take my nifty difty hot glue gun. Well, that worked. Just a little bit of glue. And dab it in. And that's when I'm done. See, now I don't like using the bases, because when you put the bases on there and you've already flocked it, it doesn't come out so good. Plus, I mean, not a whole lot of trees look like that when you put them in the ground. So, I like to do it this way. Which I can even just put a dab of glue on it like that. And then push a tree in. Now when the glue dries, I'm going to have to go back over it with a little bit of paint to blend it in and maybe a little bit more flocking. But it still looks decent. Now if you look over here, this is that stick and peel mat. Like I already stuck a piece down just to see how it would look. And it kind of blends in, it kind of stands out. So I think I'm going to put a couple more trees around here to shade this in to make it kind of disappear. Now if I were to do the entire thing like that, it would probably be a little bit better. So, actually I'm going to need to use a pencil here again. Pop it in. Hot glue. Stick it down. Trying to spread it out so that way I can still take my models put them up here, and they're still going to be open spaces for them to sit in. I don't want it so that it's like, oh, you got like 30 trees in a row and you can't get a guy to shoot, you can't see, but still have enough area for cover. Now, I don't really like painting rocks or building rocks, so, you know, just go outside, pick them by your driveway. Use a simple rock that you find out in your driveway. Wow, you got a boulder. You know, just drop a dab of glue down. Take your awesome, expensive boulder. Stick it in. Wow, that was simple. I don't need to sit there and spend 20-30 minutes painting rocks that in the end they can get chipped. They won't look as great. I do need a different size of trees. These little ones, they're alright, but I kind of like the medium-sized ones, which I might steal one off of another model because it's not really in there. So, like this one. Actually, that's kind of a larger tree. I'm not really sure if that's the mediums or not. No, it might be the medium. But anyways, you don't need to put all your trees on top. Put them here, but don't stick them in sideways. I mean, that doesn't look natural. So if I like had a tree growing here, I'm not gonna stick it out like that. Unless it's a warped tree sitting on the edge of a river or something like that. Banky wrote it away. Maybe. So what I'm going to attempt to do here, if I can turn this, kind of running out of room with all my stuff on my awesome huge table. Alright, let me see if I can see that. Yeah, so we can see that side pretty good. Once again, awesome pencil. Straight up and down. We don't need to put the tree in like that. It's not going to look right. Straight up and down. Trees grow up. Everybody knows that. Little bit of glue. Not that too much. Let's not shake. Wow. Right. Stick it in there. That looks decent. See, I like to do the trees first because that's going to be my biggest cover. I don't really like doing a whole lot of bushes. I mean, I will, but right now I'm pretty low on anything I could really use to make a decent hedge or bush line or anything like that. I've got some of this. Oh, I don't know. It's more for trees. I don't know if you can really even see this. But, you know, it's not going to be good bush material. I thought I had some of that moss earlier, but apparently I don't. And the moss that I do have, I don't care for it because it's this white stuff, which, I mean, yeah, it's dead sticks. I guess you could use it, but I don't know. Don't like it. Now, I got this stuff here. Oh, that worked. Which is, I guess, kind of like coconut fiber, but I'm not really sure what this is called. I could do a couple of those. But I'm going to do some trees first. Get this done out of the way. Pop my trees in. Glue. These are some weird looking pine trees, but these are the first ones I've worked with too. I haven't used pine trees in any of my other models. Well, I guess I have. But they're a different company that was a real cheap set of trees. I think I paid like $5 and got like 100 trees, but a lot of them were falling apart and in pieces and they weren't that great. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm going to go through here. Just put in some trees here and there. Let's see if I can stick one through. Yeah. It's not bad. The only downside is you get all these stringy things from your hot glue gun. Excuse me. That is about all I'm going to do for right now, is just put these in. And I'm sure you don't want to sit here and watch me do this because that'd be kind of boring. So don't really know how to fast forward in my editing yet. But, anyways, get some darker trees in here. These are kind of like clumped together when you get them. So when you try to pull them apart without breaking them, I mean, I don't want to leave them all together like that. A little bit of hot glue, a little bit of tree. And there you go. You got stringy crap everywhere. Stringy. It's like spider webs you can't get rid of. But that's all I'm going to do for right now, and then as soon as I'm done with that, I'll fill you guys back in. Alright, so here's the finished product. I'm done putting it all together, gluing it, all that stuff. I'll start playing a little bit of a game here so that you can see it. Pretty good. We'll get closer. You can see that I already got airborne soldiers on top. Spotter and a sniper up there. I don't have a sniper rifle, so I just designated a guy laying down to be the sniper. Then you got the a nice little bazooka team here, blowing up the half track. Some Germans. Most of the town. But yes, this is it. This is the final product. Hope you guys like it. You guys leave me some comments. Maybe subscribe below. Let me know what you guys want to see, what you don't want to see. Give me some ideas of what I could have done differently. What if anything could have been done differently. I'm always open for questions, you know, criticism. I don't care. Shoot it my way. I'll learn. But yeah, this is my battlefield. So I'm going to play a little bit now. Finish this up. We're on turn 4. One more turn. And so far, we ain't scored too many points. But that's all I got. I hope you guys liked it.